Hello and welcome to the THOMCAST. I'm Tom, president and dictator for life of 515comics.com. In book news this week, I have started work on editing Chapter 8, and that's plugging along really well. My goal for the month of October is to, my goal originally was to get Chapter 8 all done, but I feel like that's going to be quick. So what I'd really like my goal to be is getting all of the pages ready. All of the comic pages. So all of Chapter 8, all of Chapter 9, all of Chapter 10, get all those pages ready. Because they should get progressively easier to edit. Alright, I'm telling the internet, it's the start of October. I'm going to try and get all of the rest of the chapters, pages, ready for Volume 2. I don't know how many pages that is. Let me see. Chapter 10, 273. 273. Okay, so there are 273 pages minus, what was that? 182. It's 89 pages. 89 pages to edit in less than 30 days. So like 20 some days. I think I can do it if I really, really push myself. I wasn't even planning on doing this when I started the show. But, you know, that's the whole point of the THOMCAST, is to promote myself, get myself so that I do stuff, I get stuff done. So this is a challenge for myself. I'm going to try and do the last 89 pages of the comic that need to be edited for the book by the end of the month. And yeah, and perfect. Okay. So October 31st is, looks like it's on a Thursday, so I will be able to tell you about it November 1st. On that THOMCAST, whether or not I made it. Here's hoping. In other news, we're getting dangerously close to 500 pages of next twos, which is pretty awesome. Now, admittedly, if you include covers and extra pages and stuff like that, we're way past 500. But as far as like numbered story pages go, we are at 498 as of yesterday. So tomorrow will be 499. So next Tuesday is actually going to be the 500th page, the 500th. It's actually a page. I don't know why I was quoting that, but the 500th page of Next Twos, which is kind of cool. Now I've mentioned this before. I think that I don't really the big numbers. It's like it's exciting, but more than anything, it's just a nice thing to be able to say. So it's awesome to be able to go to a convention and say, oh yeah, it's a webcomic, and now there's 500 plus pages online. You know, so it's just. It gives me credibility when I can say big numbers like that. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of conventions and shows and things like that, my last convention of the season, as far as I know, my last convention of the season is October 19th. And it's right here in Des Moines, Iowa. It is the Icon, which I'm very, very excited for this year because I'm just better at doing conventions now. So that should be fun. So I always love doing the Icon. It's just a one-day show. It's a Saturday, October 19th, and it's in Des Moines, so I don't have to go anywhere. It's delightful. I don't have to plan much at all. But this year, I'm actually going to, along with Maddie Martin, be a part of a panel at the convention, which is pretty neat. So as you guys know, earlier this year, I was on my first ever panel at a convention. It was about webcomics. I loved it. It was really cool. I got to talk about stuff that I'm passionate about. So I spoke this last week with Dave Gordon, a fellow Iowan who is actually in charge of the Comics 101 podcast at comics101.net. And he is going to sort of lead, moderate, and oversee the panel that Maddie and I are going to be on and speak with us. And the panel is just going to be about creating your own comics. How to start your own comics, where you get ideas, just whatever. We're just going to kind of go introduce ourselves and then take questions from people about how they can go about making their own comics. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. It was nice chatting with Dave, and I really look forward to working with him. If you're not going to come to the convention, Dave is actually going to be recording the panel, and so you'll be able to listen to it at comics101.net once it's all said and done. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all I got for you this week. I gotta get ready to go to work. I will talk to you guys later.